Good afternoon and welcome everyone here in this auditory of FCT Nova's library and online around the whole globe. This is a very special moment for me. I'm very happy to open our launch event of the CareLab for People and Planet. My name is Antje Diesterheft and I'm a postdoctoral researcher at CENSE, a Center for Environmental and Sustainability Research here at Nova School of Science and Technology, better known as FCT Nova. I welcome you here also on behalf of my team and friends at CENSE, namely Salome and Carolina, who are doing their PhDs with me and also within the CareLab, and Julia Sonetti and Lydia Linz, who also work at CENSE and who are great academic caretakers. The creation of the CareLab has been very much influenced by my personal transformative learning journey during my PhD, on which I was lucky enough to be able to go twice to the Schumacher College in Southwest England. Without the experience I made there, I would not be the type of researcher I am today. I believe many of you who are attending today have heard of the college or have even been there themselves. And those who did not have yet the chance to go there might get curious, as we have with us today the co-founder of this unique college, Satish Kumar. Dear Satish, welcome. Thank you so much for having accepted my invitation to be our guest speaker today and for being with us in this opening session, connected via Zoom from your home in Devon. I will introduce Satish properly in a short while, but before I would like to thank Paula Antunes and Francisco Ferreira for their presence. Oops. So next slide. Okay. Francisco Ferreira, please join me here. Francisco Ferreira represents today the Department of the Environmental Science and Engineering, and Paula Antunes will speak in a moment as the coordinator of ecological economics, one of the research areas at CENSE. Both represent very important pillars of the institutional support for the CareLab. And I'm very pleased to pass the microphone now first to Francisco Ferreira and then to Paula. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Antje, and I'd like to congratulate in particular Antje, but also the other colleagues that will promote this collaborative laboratory in something that is really the core work of what should be a Department of Sciences and Engineering. I'm here on behalf of the president, Julia Seixas. She could not be here today with us, but one important issue is that we look at the sustainability as something that involves directly our goals, our quality of life, our way of living, our well-being, and of course all our actions and all our thinking about what is the threatened future due to the climate crisis, the biodiversity crisis, the resources crisis, depends directly on us. But at the same time, from our actions, we also need to understand that caring for ourselves and caring for the planet mean this integrated view of looking at the society, the social component, the governance component, everything that we actually in 2022 will commemorate and started in the Stockholm Conference in 1972. And then with ECO 92 in Rio and the following conferences was being set as an agenda, finalized with the important approval of the development goals, the sustainable development goals in September 2015. So this idea of looking at ourselves, caring for ourselves, for our generation and the future generation, and of course, looking at the needs and requirements of the planet is, I would say, one of the most important things that in research, in science, in education is absolutely key for a university. And as I told before, is extremely important for us as lecturers, as students in such a university to make it different under these difficult times, and particularly for the future. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, and welcome everybody here. Well, Francisco has already said how important it is for this to have this CareLab, and so I just, as a coordinator of the research group in ecological economics and environmental management of SENS, I'd like first of all to congratulate Antia and the research group for this initiative. I think it's really a very nice initiative, and I thank you for the effort and for the initiative. And most of all, because it brings a new idea, a new research line into our research group. In sense, we are in the group of ecological economics and environmental management, and we are mostly trained and dealing and used to care about the environment, care for nature, care for society, but we, at least myself, we never think about caring for ourselves, and this connection between caring and the caring university. I really like this concept of caring university. And so I think that this can bring a really new perspective to our research group and to our research center and to our faculty in general for teaching and for scientific research. So I really welcome and thank you for this initiative. Furthermore, I would also like to welcome and thank the collaborators, not only Antia, but this is like a new research line with PhD students from the PhD program on environment and sustainability that I also coordinate. So I'm really happy to see our PhD students engaged in this research. And I just want to wish you all the best for this research, for this initiative, and everything all support that you need from the research line in SENS or coordinators, the PhD, I'll be here to support you. And I would also like to thank Satish Kumar, because I'm really curious to hear him and I'm looking forward for his speech. So thank you very much and welcome all.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Francisco, for your kind words. Now I would like to explain briefly some influences on the way to conceptualize the CareLab. Coming from the research fields related to education for sustainability and transformation in higher education, I have been confronted with the limitations of the current educational system. Gladly, there are a growing number of scholars and educators who point to the necessity of more holistic approaches in education and research. Chris Ives, an interdisciplinary sustainability scientist, advocates for integrating our inner worlds into our sustainability efforts. He and his co-authors say, to date, scholars seem to have neglected the importance of the individual inner lives, including their own. The conditions of people's inner worlds ought to also be considered a dimension of sustainability itself. Compassion, empathy, generosity, for example, are personal characteristics that mark individual expression of sustainability. However, with the current focus rather on competition than on collaboration, universities offer little opportunities for developing our personal sustainability strengths. And here I wonder, if we would strengthen such inner sustainability, how would it impact the way we treat our planet Earth. In the CareLab, we wish to explore exactly these interlinkages between inner and outer sustainability. And why care? Ethics of care offers such a holistic approach that so far is still missing in higher education. And I would like to cite Joan Tranto from her book, Caring Democracies. Care is a species activity that includes everything we do to maintain, continue, and repair our world so that we can live in as well as possible. That would include our bodies, ourselves, and our environment, all of which we seek to interweave in a complex, life-sustaining web. In the CareLab, we want to use the lens of care to guide our activities and include the care for our bodies, for ourselves, and for the environment to provide new entry points for reflection and for caring practices in academia and daily life. A master of such caring practices is Satish Kumar. Now I'm very pleased to introduce you to our guest speaker. Satish Kumar, a peace pilgrim, lifelong activist and former monk, has been inspiring global change for over 50 years. 1990, he co-founded the Schumacher College in Devon in the UK. And it's a unique center for holistic education where he still teaches as a visiting fellow. Satish served as the editor of Resurgence magazine for 43 years. He was the longest, this is the longest time one editor served to the same magazine. And he founded the Resurgent Trust, an educational charity that seeks a just future for all. Later on, we will provide some links where you can read more about Satish's work. Being an acclaimed author and international speaker, Satish has been awarded honorary doctorates at the University of Lancaster, the University of Exeter, the University of Suffolk, the University of Wales, and the University of Plymouth. This is just a very short version of Satish's inspiring biography. I'm really deeply grateful for the opportunity to have met Satish at the Schumacher College in 2014, when I was a PhD student. With his love for our planet, Mother Earth, and all living beings, he showed us in a simple but very inspiring way how everything is connected, and helped us experiencing being part of this amazing web of life. I remember still his words from the morning meditation when he used to say, "We all breathe, thus we are all connected." Satish gave me also great advice during my PhD, how to deal with my struggles in finding focus and to combat procrastination, and how not to stimulate only one side of the brain as our academic work usually does. I'm therefore convinced that he can inspire us all when reflecting about what is a caring university. Dear Satish, thank you once again for being our guest today and for sharing your thoughts. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Antje. It's a great pleasure to be part of this agenda, Caring University. If university is not a caring university, then it is not a university. That's the main important thing. Every university has to be a caring university. Now, when somebody goes to university, or even a school, but particularly university, the teacher will look at the young person and will think that the young person has no body, only head, only brain, no body, no hands, no heart, no legs, nothing. And not even a whole brain, just a half brain. Because we all have two sides of the brain. the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. The left hemisphere is the brain of rationality, science, technology, mathematics, measurement. The right hemisphere of the brain is intuition, imagination, generosity, creativity, spirituality. At the university, all our effort, all our teaching is only to train half brain. Not the whole brain, but half brain. And student has no body, no heart, no hands, no legs. How can you be a caring university? Caring university has to be caring for the whole person, whole body, head, heart, and hands. So our universities have to provide education of head, education of heart, education of hands. So caring university has to be a holistic educational institution, not partial, but holistic, whole body. Now, our bodies are and brains are made of 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, space. According to Indian tradition, we have 5 elements. And then you have chemicals like oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, etc. So they're all same thing. So we are made of the earth. We are made of the food we eat. We are made of the water we drink. We are made of the air we breathe. So if we don't take care of the soil, if we don't take care of the environment, if they don't take care of the air to be clean, our water to be clean, how can we be caring for ourselves? Because we are made of food, water, air, all the elements that are outside there. And so we need to make sure that our water is clean, caring for the water, caring for the air, caring for the soil, caring for the forests, the trees. Because the trees give us the oxygen. If there are no trees in good health, then we have no good oxygen. And they take our carbon. If there are no trees, who will take our carbon? Then the carbon will go in the atmosphere and will become greenhouse gases. And that carbon oxide, CO2, that will become cause of climate change, climate catastrophe, global warming. So caring for the self and caring for the earth are 2 sides of the same coin. No separation. Our old scientific worldview has separated humans and nature. We think in our universities that environment is out there. Nature is out there. When we talk about nature and environment, it's separate. The trees, the animals, the birds, the insects, the mountains, the rivers, the oceans are nature, are the environment. And we are superior to environment, superior to nature. We are higher species. This separation is the cause of the lack of caring. How can you care for something when you don't belong to? If you have no love for nature, you cannot care. And so the first thing all our universities have to teach our young people is that humans and nature are not separate. Humans and nature are one. You know the word nature, the Latin word nature comes from natura, natal. If you go in the etymological dictionary, you will see that natal means birth. When a mother is pregnant, she goes for prenatal check. After the birth of the child, a mother will have postnatal check. So natal means birth. Natal, nature, native, nation, all these words come from the same etymological root. So nature means simply being born. Everything what is born is nature. So we are born, we are nature. Trees are born, trees are nature. Animals are born, animals are nature. Everything what is born is nature. So Caring University has to say humans and nature are one. And then we not see that nature is only a resource for the economy. At the moment, we see trees are good because they are a resource for the economy. And all the mining, all the oil, all the kind of rocks and stones, everything we look at nature as a resource for the economy. If you see only a resource for the economy, there is no caring, you're just exploitation. So the exploitation of nature comes because we have come to believe that nature is only a resource for the economy. So if we change that and become Caring University, then we teach our young people that nature is more than a resource for the economy. Nature is a source of life itself. See the difference between the two views? One is nature is a resource for the economy. Humans are superior, humans are higher, humans are better, and all other species of the world are there to look after and meet the needs of humans and economy. Make more money, make more production, more roadways, railways, more motorways, more airports, more cars, more cities, more houses, everything. Use nature for humans. But the moment you say nature is more than resource for the economy, nature is source of life itself, then you take care of nature. You take care of the soil, you take care of the forest, you take care of the water, you take care of the rivers, you take care of the animals, you take care of the birds, you take care of the butterflies, you take care of the bees, the wasps, the insects, everything. Because we are all one. Life has originated from one single original source, single origin, the Big Bang. At the Big Bang time, there was nothing, just a gas. Then after billions of years, maybe some water. After billions of years and billions of years, maybe some vegetation. And then billions of years later, maybe some insects. Then billions of years later, maybe some animals. Hundreds of thousands of millions of years later, humans arrived. So we are children of the world out there. We all share one single origin. And therefore, we need to take care of ourselves and as much as we take care of our environment, our natural world, our forests and rivers and mountains and animals and birds and insects. The moment this is why I have created a new trinity for our time. Like you have a trinity of legalité, liberté, fraternité, the French Revolution. You have a Christian trinity of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. For the age of ecology, the age of caring, we have a new trinity. The new trinity is called soil, soul, and society. So we need to take care of soil. Soil is all out there. We are all made of soil. Like I said, the word nature means birth. The word human means soil. The word in Latin, if you go to your etymological dictionary and see humus, the word humus means soil. So human beings are literally soil beings. We are made of soil. We come from the soil. We go back to the soil. When we die, we go back to the soil. From soil to soil. So caring for the soil is the most important, paramount importance. Caring for the soil is of paramount importance. Soil. And then soul. That's where all the beautiful qualities of the spirit come. So if we are caring people, then we have to cultivate our soil qualities, kindness, generosity, spirituality, love, friendship, a sense of service, a sense of family, a sense of community. All these are soul qualities. If there's no community, no family, no generosity, no friendship, no kindness, no compassion, no soul, soulless. So we need to take care of our soul. Many people don't think that we have a soul. Many people think that we are only body, matter. No, we are not only matter. Matter and spirit go together. So caring for ourselves, each and every one of us have to love ourselves. We cannot love nature. We cannot love other people unless you love yourself. So take care of yourself, love yourself, to be kind of to yourself, to be generous to yourself. That is as important as taking care of the soil. So soil, soul, and then society. We are a human community. We are not single, separate individuals by ourselves. We are members of a family. We are members of a village community. We are members of a university. We are members of a city and town like Lisbon, or we are members of a country like Portugal or England or France or Germany or whatever. And then we are members of the whole humanity. 8 billion people are all one humanity. At the moment we are divided. We are divided in the name of religion. You are Christian, I'm a Buddhist, you are a Muslim, I'm a Hindu, you are this, I'm that. Separation. You are black, I'm white, you are European, I'm African. All this division. So in order to care for the society, we have to end all divisions. When divisions end, suffering ceases. All suffering are result of division, conflict, separation. So we have to see one humanity, but one humanity manifesting in many, many forms. Diversity and unity dance together. Remember, unity and diversity dance together. We are one humanity, but then we can have many nationalities. You can be Portuguese, you can be French or Spanish or African or Indian or Chinese. Doesn't matter. It's wonderful to have many nationalities. It's wonderful to have many languages, linguistic diversity. You speak Portuguese, you speak French, you speak Spanish, you speak Sanskrit, you speak Latin, you speak Mandarin, you speak whatever language, speak wonderful. Celebrate diversity. Don't turn diversity into division. Division is not diversity. Division creates conflict. Diversity creates celebration. Religious diversity, linguistic diversity, cultural diversity, truth diversity. All these diversities must be celebrated. It's wonderful to have many languages and wonderful to have many religions. It's good to have Christians and Buddhists and Muslims and Hindus and Baha'is and Jewish, and all those religions are wonderful. If there's only one religion in the world, it will be boring. Only one language in the world, it will be boring. It's wonderful to have religions and nationalities and languages and philosophies and scientific ways of looking at the things. And many, all brains have our own way of looking at the world. So diversity and unity dance together. That is the caring message of the caring university. And when you have that, then we can say all thriving is mutual. We all thrive together. Either we perish together or we thrive together. So all these wars, like at the moment, things are happening in Ukraine. There's no need for this conflict and war. So just, there's no need, because Ukraine can have trade and friendship with Russia, with Europe, with Poland, with America, with China, with India, with Africa, with Portugal, with Spain, with every country. Why they have to have only friendship with one side and animosity with the other side? There's no need. We are one humanity, and we can have many countries, many languages. So Caring University should teach every young child to celebrate diversity and not turn diversity into divisions and conflicts. So soil, soul, and society. Caring for the soil, caring for nature is paramount. And then caring for yourself, caring for soul, and cultivating our soul qualities is the second caring. And the caring for whole of humanity and loving whole of humanity, that's the society. So I end this short talk to your Caring University celebration today with the message of a new trinity for our time, the new trinity of caring for soil, caring for soul, and caring for society. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to say a few words on this occasion of caring society. I have written a book called Soil, Soul, Society, and somebody's holding there. This is a wonderful. So please have a look at my book, Soil, Soul, Society. Also, I have written a book called Elegant Simplicity. That is also, you can look at. So I have got quite a few books around. But thank you again for giving me this opportunity to speak to you. And I'm very happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Satish. Thank you so much for this inspiring speech. And thank you also for your availability to stay still for questions. And I invite us now all to ask our questions to Satish. We can do this here in the auditory. We have 2 microphones. And I have here the support of Carolina and Salome, who can pass around the microphone. I just remember that we will then disinfect in between when we share around the microphone. But we have also many people following our session online, and it's really so important for me to know your support also from the online community. And please, you are also very welcome to ask questions via the chat. My friend Giulia Sonetti is taking care of the chat, as you already know, and she will transmit your questions then to us here in the auditory. So I welcome your questions.
Thank you very much, Satish, for this very inspiring talk. My question is, where should we start, for example, at the university? We have this project from Anche, and in some universities there is still, people start to talk about it, but the subject of caring, of taking care of ourselves is still considered a taboo in many environments, because people still see vulnerability and taking care of ourselves and tuning into our emotions as something that it's, they trade vulnerability for weakness. They're still seen as a weakness. So where could we start to do the work?
Thank you. Thank you. We start where we are. I mean, if you are standing somewhere, you want to go on a pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela, for example, where do you start? You start from wherever you are. If you are in France, start in France. If you are in Italy, start from Italy. If you are somewhere in middle of Spain, northern Spain, start from there. Wherever you are, just make the journey, start the journey. So you are, wherever you are, say, how can I be caring? Start with yourself. Be a radiator. Where does the radiator start? To radiate the house or warm the house. So wherever the radiator stands, it will start from there. And it will project the warmth into the room, and it will spread. And then there's another radiator in another room, and another radiator in another room. So every room is warmed by the radiator within each room. So wherever you are, say, what can I do? Do not think what can other person can do, what can university in Madrid can do, not university in Paris can do, but start with what university where you are, what can my university do? Start with your university. Everybody, whoever, wherever you are, start with your own school, start with your own college, start with your own school. Now, university is very big. Where do I start? In the university? Start with your department. I mean, your university has department for science, or department for languages, or department for economics, or department for something, languages, or theology, or something. Start with your own department. Now, in your department, there are many classes. You are a lecturer or teacher in one class. Start with your class. You cannot change the world thinking that Rome must change, Paris must change, England must change, America must change. Start with yourself. Be the change you want to see in the world. That's the first step. But then don't stop there. Start with yourself and then communicate what you are doing. Tell the world that we are changing our class. We start our class with meditation. We take our class out in the garden. We have created a garden for our school, for our class, for our department of our university. And our students are going every week to work in a garden. Then we are taking our students to study in a forest. Nature is our teacher. As humans are our teacher, nature is also our teacher. Nature is the greatest teacher. Take your children, take your students, take your young people out in nature and learn from nature. And then tell the world that we are learning from nature. Nature is our teacher. And then tell the world that we have created a class where we are cooking food together. We have a community here. We are sharing wholesome, organic, delicious, cook together, teachers and students cooking together and sharing the meal. That's a caring. Start with yourself. Do something different rather than just think. Do something different and then talk about it. Communicate. Like we started Schumacher College. And then now people come, Antje came, many other people are coming, and then they are inspired. They are, oh, Schumacher College, they are cooking together, they are gardening together, they are meditating together, they are caring for each other, they are singing together, they are dancing together, they are going out on the Dartmoor together. Why can't we do it? So now Antje has started in Lisbon. So this way, you start with yourself and then communicate your ideas to the world. That is how Mahatma Gandhi started. That's how Martin Luther King started. That's how Bangari Mathai started. That's how Vandana Shiva started. So you start with yourself and then spread the word. And that word will reach around the world and the world will start to change.
Thank you. Thank you for this great answer. And I saw already that there are several questions in the chat, and Julia will transmit some of them. I don't know how much space we have, but you will please start.
Yeah, I can start. First of all, maybe just saying that I want to hug you, Satish. Thank you for the energy you transmitted. And I guess all of us want to hug you. So one day we will come to hug you.
Thank you.
This is a menace. Huh? Okay. No, so Raffaella Schaeffer asked, Dear Satish, I would like to know how we as early career researcher can face the resistance to change and implement practice, I guess in the academia, that can be seen unscientific and not give up.
Okay, don't give up. The thing is that you have to have a hope. Without hope, without optimism, you cannot be an activist. To be an activist, you have to be an optimist. So that's the first thing. Have a hope. But hope is not a passive thing. Optimism must be accompanied by activism. So hope must be active hope. So for example, you see a light at the end of the tunnel. Hope is not to wait, the light will come to you. But hope is, oh yes, light is there, I can reach there. Of course I can reach there, the light is there. And so you start walking and you overcome all the obstacles in the way to reach the light. So hope and activism, these are the two things that you can embrace. Then I think you can make your life a success. So remember those two words, hope and activism.
Thank you so much. Then Isabella Meniz says, thank you, Satish, for a wonderful, inspiring talk. I want to ask you, how can we transmit this ancient knowledge to unequal countries like Brazil? There is some school starting it, but always so expensive and not accessible. How can we democratize caring education?
Okay. So in Brazil, you will be pleased to know that there are many students from Schumacher College have gone back to Brazil, and they have started Escola Schumacher in Brazil. So you can connect with them. Look out for Escola Schumacher. And Brazil is a wonderful country. I've been to Brazil. And you have a tremendous treasure of the world, the Amazon forest and the Amazon river. I was in the Amazon and I was saying, wow, I'm in heaven. If there was any paradise anywhere, it is it. This is it. I was in paradise. I was in heaven at the Amazon. So Brazil is very fortunate to have such a wonderful Amazon river and Amazon forest and a wonderful nature there. It's a huge country, lots of land and lots of people and lots of very intelligent people and lots of wonderful, generous people. Brazil is full of very wonderful people. At Schumacher College, we have at least 500 students from Brazil. Can you imagine? No other country has sent as many students as Brazil has sent to Schumacher College. And so I would say Brazil has a great chance. And get rid of Bolsonaro, if you can, in the next election. And protect your rainforest. That is your treasure. Protect the Amazon. That is your treasure. All people living in Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro and in big other cities, please tell them that all these cities are okay. But if Amazons are gone, the cities cannot survive. Only way we can survive and we can live on this whole planet is Amazon, the river and the forest. The Amazon forests are the lungs of the earth. If we will not be able to breathe good air if the Amazons are gone. So protect your Amazon, protect the river is wonderful. There's so many colors of the river. I was so amazed. And there's fish there. It's a great treasure. It's a paradise. So I would say, wherever you are in Brazil, start small. A huge tree comes out of a small seed. A great oak tree starts with a small acorn. So don't feel that I have to be big in the beginning. Small is beautiful. Any small action you can take every day. You can write a letter, write a poem, write some idea and create a small project and join with other people. Then 1 becomes 2 and 2 becomes 4 and 4 becomes 10 and 10 becomes 100. And so a big river, like even the Amazon, a big river starts small. Somewhere in the forest or in the mountains, a small spring starts. And then other tributary join, and other tributary join, and other tributary join, and hundreds and thousands of little tributaries make the great river of Amazon. And so do not worry that I'm small. What can I do? It's very insignificant. You are a small tributary as going to be part of a huge, great river of transformation, huge, great river of change, huge, great river of revolution, love revolution. So if you want to create love revolution, it's like an Amazon river. Start small and you join with other people, and then you will become a big river of transformation. That's how you do it.
Thank you so much. Do we have time for a few more questions?
Yeah, I would select maybe one short from the chat, and I don't know if here in the auditory we also have some more. So from here not, but then please ask one more question from the chat, please, Julie.
Okay, so I will go for in chronological order. Leon Galindo asks, how to propagate love and regenerativity in a profoundly structural, transnational, and often dangerous criminal environment where top leaders in government, business, and even civil society are working all against nature and basic nature and human rights?
Okay, big question, big question.
Easy question, huh?
Big question. The thing is that when you see a big problem, don't think that it is a big problem. Think that it is an opportunity to do something. If there are no problems, no opportunity to do anything. So if you are hungry, don't worry about hunger. Say, it's a good opportunity for me to grow food, to cook food, to put food on the table and eat. So in the same way, if there are governments, big business, big corporations, big people who are seeking money and profit and exploitation and criminality and all the big problems we have today. Like Mahatma Gandhi in India. I come from India, so I can give you an example of India. He saw a big problem of colonialism, big problem of imperialism. What did he do? He said, let's start a movement and let's wait until movement becomes big. And in the end, imperialism and colonialism came to an end. Martin Luther King, same, was a big problem of racism. When I met Martin Luther King, it was my great fortune and great honor to meet Martin Luther King in America. And when I met him, I know the black people could not go to the same church as white people. Black people could not go to the same school as white people. Black people could not go to shops as the white people. A complete segregation. What did Martin Luther King say? That we will begin our march by boycotting those places where there's a discrimination. Bus boycott, restaurant boycott, school boycott. We will not go to school unless it is a mixed school. We will not go to any shop place which is not a mixed place. So that way, look problem not as a problem, but as an opportunity. And all big problems, you can climb Mount Everest. You can stand below Mount Everest and say, oh, how am I going to climb this 26,000 feet high Mount Everest? Very hard, but you don't worry. You go step by step, by step, by step, by step, and you reach 26,000 feet high Mount Everest. So any big problem, don't think about the bigness of the problem. Say, what can I do? A small step. So always move step by step by step. That is the only way. Even if you want to write a big book, you want to write a novel, how do you write? You can't achieve a whole 300 page, 400 page like Tolstoy. Tolstoy wrote War and Peace. It's a more than a 1,000 page novel. How did he write it? One letter after another letter, one sentence after another sentence, one paragraph after one paragraph, one page after another page by page, sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph. He achieved 1,000 page novel, War and Peace. This is how you do it. Don't worry about the big problem. Only see what can I do, what small step I can do, and don't stop. If Tolstoy started to write a big novel and then stop, oh, it's too big, I can't do it. Don't stop. Every day get up and write a page. Every day get up and write 2 pages. Every day get up. Don't give up. Whatever the difficulty, whatever the problem, whatever the obstacles, don't give up. I walked around the world for 2.5 years without any money in my pocket. I went through Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, the mountains, the deserts, the snow in Russia, and so on, and in Europe and America. Every day without money. Sometimes I was hungry. Sometimes I was tired. Sometimes I had blisters in my feet, and yet I never gave up. So don't give up. That's the only thing you can do. Whatever the obstacle, whatever the problem, keep going, keep going. Then you will achieve a great novel like War and Peace. You will achieve Martin Luther King's movement. Now, after 40 years or 50 years of Martin Luther King's march, Obama was become president, a black man in the White House. At the time of Martin Luther King's movement, nobody could dream that a black man could be in the White House. So things can change. Berlin Wall came down. Anti-apartheid movement came down. How did Nelson Mandela achieve his new South Africa? 27 years in jail. Are you ready? Are you prepared to be that strong and that courageous and that bold and that strong to remain in prison for 27 years? And the end of that, apartheid came to an end. So be resilient, be strong, do not give up, keep doing. you and your friends and your colleagues, and your next generation will continue this movement, and we will achieve a caring society, a caring university, and a caring future for whole humanity. Keep that hope in your heart.
Thank you so much, Satish. I think we all could continue listening to you for much, much longer. But looking at the time and also your availability, I would like to apologize to those whose questions could not have been answered now in the chat. And we
please come to Schumacher College and we can have more time together, like Auntie, you were at the college. You can come and spend a lot of time there and we can talk.
Absolutely. This is exactly what I would like to also to suggest. And I would still now share some important links, and I need to continue the presentation and to move here. And because we want to share with you now some links where you can find out more about Satish's work. Satish, thank you again so much for sharing your wisdom, and exactly let us all go to Schumacher College. You can see the picture that I took this picture when I was there, and it's for me really the most inspirational place I have been. So these are the links I wanted to share, and I would like to emphasize in particular the Research and Trust, the charity that Satish has founded. And I want to mention that there is a discounted membership fee for this Research and Trust. And you get access to a wonderful magazine. There are also many events hosted by the Research and Trust. These can often also online, so we can participate in them, also even not being physically in the UK. So please have a look at these links, and definitely check out also the website of Schumacher College and go if you can. Dear Satish, once again, thank you for being with us. And please stay with us as long as your time allows. Okay. I already wish you all the best and hope for another opportunity to meeting you soon in the near future. Thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And before presenting now the agenda of the CareLab and the activities planned for the coming months, I would like to briefly mention the conceptual framework of the CareLab and on which the agenda was built. So the CareLab consists of 3 pillars, all linked to a caring mindset that shall support humans to be attentive and responsible members of a living web. The pillar in the middle, is about capacity building for the campus community through diverse activities and events, with a focus on caring practices and effective sustainability learning, so including the emotions, as we were already talking today as well. Another pillar, the one on the right side, is about interdisciplinary research on the links about inner and outer sustainability. The current agenda primarily addresses these 2 pillars. A third pillar is targeted at master students and aims to help them to do their master thesis within real-world projects. We hope to be able to include this pillar in the activities for the next academic year. Now we want to present an overview of the planned activities for February until June and hope that you want to join some of them. You can find the agenda also on the CareLab's website, and all activities are already open to register. And please, in this presentation now, feel free to ask questions in between, use the chat if you're attending online. We start with our next activity in 2 weeks, and I'm very happy to pass now the microphone to Carolina, who will present the Deep Time Walk. Thank you, Carolina.
Thank you very much. I'm still really emotional about the speech and touched too. But I would like to say hi to everybody and to the ones that follow us online today. How to Satish, if you're still here. It's an honor to be here sharing this stage with him, and also an honor to be supervised by Auntie, this wonderful, inspiring woman. And thank you all for being here, because your presence is really inspiring and empower me and all of us to do this project. And this gives me hope that we are all building a better world, doing our best to build a better world. And as Auntie said, on 16th February, we'll have the FCT's Deep Time Walk. We'll facilitate it together here. And we invite you to this special journey through the history of Earth, in which we can remember that we are all part of this living ancient planet. And yeah, we'll meet here right in front of the departmental building in 2 weeks at 2 p.m. And right in the entrance of the building. And we'll make a calm and reflective walk around the area for around 2 hours, and in which each step will be equivalent to 1 million years. So this is a great opportunity to have a deep experience of awareness and to make connections and even commitments to Gaia. You know, last time I did the Deep Time Walk, one of the participants became vegetarian and the other decreased the use of disposable masks. So who knows, we are all change makers, we can do it. And we definitely can share and create beautiful things. And yeah, we can do it if we reconstruct, if we rebuild this sense of belonging to nature. So that's what Deep Time Walk is for. And I hope you can join. I invite you all here. Thank you very much. And yeah, that's it. For more info, you can access the website of CareLab. The link is there too for the inscription. And I invite now Lydia to come. And thank you again. I'm really touched.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. Taking the mask off. Within the framework of the taking care of ourselves, of bringing awareness to our bodies, to our mind, I introduced this new course. It will be a 4-week course. We will have 4 classes in March. And these courses are going to provide us some tools on how to handle our emotions, how to regulate our emotions. I'll also provide you some tools on how to deal when things get overwhelmed, if you are going through a stressful period in our lives. So how do we connect our minds to our body using mindfulness meditation? So if you want to subscribe to this course, you can visit the site of the CareLab. There you can also find more information on the course content and on how to register as well. So I hope to see you there. And that's it. I pass the word to Salome.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Lydia. Thank you, Carolina. And thank you once again, Antje, for this inspiring project. And oh my God, I'm so moved by your words, Satish, and your incredible work about the soil, soul, and society. I'm definitely going to take a look at your book. And now about changing habits in 21 days. From 20th of March to the 9th of April, I will invite you all to join us in the CareLab challenge that is about growing awareness for inner and outer sustainability. So using the powerful moment of spring, join us for 21 days in this individual experiment in which we commit to consciously undertake 1 action per day for self-care and 1 action per day for taking care of the planet. So we will have a sharing platform, so you will be free to either enroll in the program with us or simply watching in the platform for sharing our experience and suggestions. So thank you. I hope you can join us soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Salome, Lydia, Carolina, for presenting these activities. And I'm happy here now to announce already today a dialogue session that will take place on 6th of April with two very inspirational speakers, Anke de Vries and Chris Ives. Anke is from Wageningen University, where she co-founded the Transformative Learning Hub, and she is part of one of this collective Reimaginary, which is a hub of practitioners who want to cultivate cultures of sustainability. And Chris Ives, I have already cited in the beginning of this presentation. He's the main author of the article, The Inside Out Sustainability, that I cited in the beginning. And we want to have a dialogue session about bringing in the inner worlds into education and research for sustainability. You can already register and receive the Zoom link straight ahead. And then I would also mention our project, the Careful Sustainability Campus, a co-created outreach event and action research project at FCT Nova. This project was developed between the team of the CareLab and other researchers from Sense, from two research areas. And we presented a project, or this project, within an internal call for inter and transdisciplinary research, and got financial support for this. And so we are planning this outreach event that is targeted at the FCT Nova community. And we will inform you soon how you can engage and participate and how we can create a more careful sustainability campus. So we have come to the end of the agenda, and I would like to conclude with seeing this agenda as practicing transformation. And I bring here a quote from Elizabeth Comrade, who says, "I advocate transformation as something practiced. My aim is to rethink care in order to make visible its inherent potential for transformation." And I think Satish has also brought many inspiring examples how to practice this transformation, starting with ourselves. I, for example, wrote also down writing a poem and a letter. This can be, for example, a self-care practice in the CareLab challenge, and many other inspirations that we have heard today. So as already said before, the agenda is already online at the website. You can download it in PDF format or register for the activities that you can find there. Now, I have the big pleasure to pass to the next, to the final, the concluding part of our session. We have so far stimulated very much our left side of the brain, and we have been hearing and maybe reflecting, thinking. And now we have the opportunity to also touch our senses. And I'm very, very happy that my colleague and friend Lydia Linz from Sense has accepted the invitation to perform today some of her music, singing and bringing her guitar. Lydia is the science communication manager at Sense, but she does not only hold a PhD in biology and has done scientific work. She's also a yoga and mindfulness meditation teacher, if you have seen already before when she presented the course about mindfulness. And she is also an artist and musician. Thank you, Lydia, for being with us here. And now I invite you to come to the floor and invite us all to listen to Lydia's music.
First, I would like to thank Antje for this invitation. I think I never used the right side of my brain in the university environment. This is the first time. And I would like to invite you to leave your phones aside for 5 minutes. So I'll sing 2 songs. And if you feel like, you can close your eyes or just feel the music. This is not a performance for you, but it is a performance with you. todo. Obrigada, obrigada.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Lydia. Thank you for this wonderful, wonderful performance. And I'm just... can they already see me online? And can they see me already? Is the camera? I don't know. No, they cannot see me now. They say online that they cannot see me. The camera will just be adjusted. And I take off the camera. So I now, I say again, thank you, Lydia, for this wonderful performance. It really touches my heart and my senses, and it was wonderful to listen to you. And I can only say that I feel that we are really blessed to have you here at our faculty. My sincere gratitude goes also to everyone attending this event online. I'm amazed by this global community with people practically attending from almost all continents. And I also thank here the FCT Nova community for being here with us today and for supporting this project and for engaging in this project. I deeply wish that the CareLab for People and Planet contributes to the transformation of our faculty and other higher education institutions to become more caring and more sustainable universities. Please follow our project, join us in some of the activities and get in touch. Wishing us all many inspirations and motivation on this journey. Thank you for your participation. Have a lovely day, and I hope to see you again soon. I hereby close the session of the launch event of the CareLab. Goodbye. Thank you. And I forgot one important thing I forgot. Now I see here. I forgot. Because I forgot to thank, I have here on my list, besides thanking, I wanted to thank again Satish and all the persons who made this event possible. And here my special thank goes to the technical support of the IT team of FCT Nova, namely João Chamisso, Pedro Ferro, and Fabio Antunes, who have taken care of all the technical setup of the recordings and of the pictures. So thank you very much for making this possible. And last but not least, thanking you also, my team, for supporting me during these last months and weeks. It really means a lot to me. And now I really close the session. Goodbye. Thank you.